Sex, drugs, rock and roll was the battle cry of my youth. Everywhere you turned, you were confronted, inundated by sex, drugs, rock and roll. I was too young to go to Woodstock. I missed the summer of love. I didn't get called up for the Vietnam draft. There were no protests in my life. But I didn't miss getting indoctrinated into the spirit that was rampant in those days. A spirit of authenticity, a spirit of actualizing one's full potential, of becoming who you were supposed to be. In my Aunt Marie's words, you can be whatever you want to be. She and others lied. I wanted to be the next Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or in those days, Lou Alcindor. You can imagine the crisis when I discovered I was vertically challenged. It didn't happen. And so I looked for new ways to authenticate, self-actualize. I became a pastor to radicalize the church. I was going to turn this church upside down in its theology, in its way of looking at life, in the sharing of the good news of Jesus for my generation and for generations to come. Well, I'm still at it. Sort of. I grew up, got married, had kids, became an adult. And suddenly there was, alongside this spirit of self-actualization and authenticity, a spirit of duty and responsibility. And those have been constant challenges to one another. They've caused many moments of great angst, if not serious depression. I remember especially back in my 40s and 50s, I began to wonder if I would ever become authentically me, to self-actualize what I was supposed to be, to live into my full potential. It's no wonder that those were dark days. Half my life was over. Would I ever make it? Was this all there was? What a disappointment. What a failure. From what I hear lately, I'm not alone. Over and against this is a powerful word from our faith language, the scriptures. Our lives are not about self-actualizing or being authentic. That was a gift from God. We are who we are, fully, now. By the grace of God, we are fully us. There is no other us to become. Or we may grow and change, but we are the ones that God has called, marked, washed, and claimed. We are the ones that God loves and calls to love others. Rather than worrying about self-actualizing, some days it's good enough just to show up and to be who we are. That can be good news with all the pressure upon us to be something, to make something of our lives. The good news is, it's already happened, my friends. you are you. And may we thank God for that. Take my life that I may be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days. Let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let it sing, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my will and make it Thine. It shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is Thine own. It shall be Thy royal throne. Take my love, my Lord, I pour at Thy feet is treasure store. Take myself, and I will be ever only all for Thee.